Inmates. Case Chris Frank has more on that. Chris?
And the question could also be raised, should men be guarding women inmates too? But the first question arises because former prison guard Amber Goff is charged with helping to pull off this week's escape.
I think that women should work in women's prisons and men should work in men's prisons if they're going to be around inmates.
Now, it's not likely that the page will be turned backwards to that happening, but the allegations of former prison guard Amber Goff's involvement in the planning and escape does raise serious questions. The wife of an El Dorado inmate doesn't want to be identified, but hears of how female guards get put into compromising and illegal situations.
Some of the women who are nurses out there and who are guards, the men will sweet talk them and get them to bring them in stuff like drugs or whatever, sexual favors.
It's impossible to figure out who's going to be susceptible.
Psychologist Howard Brodsky says prisoners are becoming more sophisticated in their manipulation.
And I don't doubt that these guys, what's on their mind is not intimidating other guys with looking scary, but how to come across as getting their way through this kind of soft power of using their charm, using their male attractiveness as a way of getting some attention and special favors, especially from female employees.
Prison consultant Edward Bell says female guards getting attached to a male inmate happens more often than prisons let the public know.
Many of them get promised things financially. Same thing happens in a male situation, although in many of the male scenarios it seems to be that it is more forced upon the female.
A similar situation happened in Lansing early last year when Toby Young helped convicted murderer John Maynard escape. Young, a dog trainer who worked with inmates, smuggled Maynard out in a dog crate. They were later caught.
These women forget who they really are when these men start talking sweet to them.
She says the male inmates are only using them. Perhaps we'll hear more about how inmates manipulate if this week's case makes it to trial.
Weather now from the Cakeland Weatherflex.
Plenty of sunshine. What a cold start, but still a cool day today. Around Kansas, temperature